Hello, bachcho. So finally, the date of NEET MDS 2025 is announced, and as per your request, I am here with a strategy video that what should be the best strategy to prepare in the last 2 months. The last time I gave you a strategy video, it was according to a 2 month strategy, a 3 month strategy, and a 4 month strategy till May INI exam. But now that we have NEET in front of us in exactly 2 months, I'm going to tell you how you can use all the products of the Revision Pro and prepare yourself in the best possible manner. Remember, when I tell you the 2 month strategy, it is for the students who have already done their first, second, and third revisions very, very nicely. Those who have done one revision can also use this video by doing the best of their second and third revision together. How they can use the revision videos, how they practice the GTs, and what timetable you can follow so that in these 2 months you can do the most useful content that will help you to be eligible, to qualify the exam, to secure a good score, and to get the top ranks in NEET MDS 2025. So, if we see the number of days we have from 19th of February to 19th of April, okay, so we have what around 10 days of Feb, 31 days of March, and 18 days of April. Right, I will not call it 18 but 17 because on the last day I recommend that you should only travel and not study. So if we see that ways and if we leave the last 7 days for a final revision, then broadly we have 10 days in April. So 10, 31, and 10 makes it around 51 days of a proper revision that you can do. If we have 51 days and 20 subjects, because I always count anesthesia as a separate subject, all right, we have broadly 2 to 3 days per subject. Again, you will ask me, ma'am, how can I do anatomy, oral surgery, medicine, such big subjects in 2 to 3 days? Of course, you can do it if you have already done one or two detailed reading of these subjects. Those who are just starting now, you should prepare for May aims and NEET next year. Those who have done their preparations nicely should follow this revision strategy with me. So, this is a timetable I have made for all of you. You can give 2 days to 3 days per subject depending on the volume of the subject and depending on how well is your preparation. So I might feel that anatomy is very difficult for me. So I will give 3 instead of 2 days for anatomy. Whereas I might feel that, oh, biochem is very easy or I am not doing a lot of biochem. So instead of two, I will give just 1 days. All right. So you can modify this number of days according to your strategy, according to your preparation. This is a basic guideline of what average the subject needs. Remember, every subject has equal weightage of 14 marks except for medicine, which has a weightage of 15. Surgery, which has a weightage of 15, means slightly more weightage. The dental subjects have slightly more weightage because the tiebreaker is from the dental subjects, and physiobiochem and pathomicro are two combined subjects, means they have half weightage. Okay, so keeping that in mind, I've prepared this timetable for you. How you can use it the best. All right, this is made keeping in mind that you should be able to give a test regularly. So we have already given you 4 extra GTs apart from the 12 GTs that we give you throughout the year. INI GTs, NEET GTs. We have already given you 4 extra GTs since 31st January. The last of that GT will be there on 23rd of Feb. Apart from that, we are giving you 3 more GTs, the last of which will be an all India mock. You will be competing with all the students of India, various academies, various levels of preparation to actually know what is your level of preparation. Also, at this point, I would like to recommend please do not look at your scores. Do not look at scores. We are not giving any ranks. All right, any GT, we are not giving any ranks except for the All India mock. All India mock, we will give a rank. Rest all GTs, we are not giving any rank. So some of you are anxious that, ma'am, we don't have a rank. Our score is this, our score is that. How should we think? Don't think. At this point, just do what is needed to be done. Don't worry about scores. Don't worry about rank. Whatever questions are wrong or whatever questions you have left, just come back to those questions and read their explanation. This is the way to keep your mind stable and keep your preparation continued. All right. So this is one timetable. Now, how to actually go about it? How to split these 2 days so that you can do your best? So I'm going to take this much and elaborate for all of you. All right. So if I take the typical first few days, I have anatomy, biochem, then I have 1 day of GT, then I have two other subjects, and then I have a break. I'm going to divide my day into 3 slots. Now, this is very, very important because now your exam is going to be from 2 to 5 p.m. Okay, so I'm going to divide my day into morning, noon, and evening or night, whatever you call it. All right, 8 a.m. to 12 noon, 4 hours, I will call it the morning slot. 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., again 4 hours will be my next slot. All right, and maybe 6 to 7, 7 to 8, you eat your dinner, take a break. 8 to 12 midnight, 8 p.m. to 12 midnight, again 4 hour slot I will keep as the evening slot. All right, so these are the 3 slots of the day. Okay, now what I will do whenever I have a subject, anatomy, biochem, oral surgery, anesthesia, whenever I have a subject, I will do active learning in the morning. I will do notes in the morning time. Okay, I will read the notes. I have a note. I have already read it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Now, whatever points I have highlighted, I am going to do those points in the first 4 hours of the day. Whichever concept I feel I am forgetting, I will go to the revision videos and I will watch that concept. Okay, that is it. That is what you can do in the first 4 hours. Next 4 hours is the most important when my actual exam is going to be 2 to 5. So in the afternoon slot, I will take the questions and I will take a test. Where can I practice questions from? Questions I can do. I can choose the TND. I can do the test and discussion, or I can do the PYQs of the subject. Okay, whichever subject I'm doing, suppose I'm doing oral surgery. So I will do the PYQs of that subject. The last 10-year questions are there separately, subject by subject. So I can just go to oral surgery, choose all the PYQs of the last 10 years and revise them. Very, very important source. Very, very high chances of the topic being repeated. Alright, so questions I can do from TND, from PYQs. If somebody of you has made a custom question bank, that means you have prepared a bank for yourself where you have put all the questions that you're forgetting. If you have been making a custom question bank from the beginning, it's an excellent time to do your custom question bank also. Okay, and if all your questions are done on day 1, on day 2, you can do a test. What can be the test? You can do a subject-wise test, you can revise a post-class test, or you can even revise a GT. Okay, in any format, just have the habit of doing questions in the middle slot, in the 2 to 6 p.m. slot, when you're actually going to face the questions in the exam. All right, and in the evening, in the last slot, do whatever is remaining. So suppose you started with notes, you were able to complete half of the notes, rest of them you will finish in the evening. Or suppose you were able to complete the notes, it was a small subject, you could finish the notes in 4 hours. So do the questions or do the test, whichever was remaining. Okay, so whatever is the part remaining, do it in the evening. All right, this is for the subject day. So whenever you have a subject day, you will do it like this. When you have a GT day, okay, the day when I have marked a GT, what you will do that day? That day in the morning, you will not give the GT. Okay, I always recommend to give GTs in the morning, but not anymore. Now that the exam is in the afternoon, you will wait till afternoon to give the GT. So what you will do in the morning? You will do PYQ paper. Okay, at least 2 papers of PYQ, 2 to 3 papers, whatever is your capacity, whatever is your speed, you will do that in the morning. Okay, you have already done the PYQs subject wise. Okay, so anatomy, Biochem is already done before GT4. So you're already done subject wise PYQs. Now you will do paper wise. So maybe you start with 2024 paper. Now you go to 2023 and 2022. So 2 or 3 papers, whatever you want to do with. If you want to do only the questions you are forgetting, do the bookmark questions. If you want to do the full paper very quickly, do the full paper. Whatever way you want to do it, do a paper, a PYQ paper in the morning. Okay. Then in the afternoon slot, in the noon between 2 to 6 p.m., take your GT. Whichever is the GT, GT4, revision GT, whatever is the GT, do it at that time. And in the evening slot, you do the explanations of the GT questions, whichever you have done wrong. Okay, whatever questions were wrong, see, even one day before exam, there will be some questions which you don't remember or which you don't know at all. It's okay. Your selection, your rank does not depend on the questions which you don't know. It depends on the questions which you know and which you mark correctly. So focus on the questions which you know. Make your strength stronger. Whatever subject is your strength, make it so strong that at least the PYQs of that subject should not be wrong. In the timetable, I have also given you enough breaks. Okay, although those who have not completed their 3 revisions don't deserve a break. But still, we are all humans. Our body, our mind needs rest. So you can take breaks as suggested in between. There is a 28th Feb break. There is a Holi break in between. It's a big festival. You can take time. You can celebrate. It is okay. Just don't fall sick. It's a good weather to fall sick. Just don't fall sick. Otherwise, take enough breaks. If you don't want to take a break, on that day, you can take a half break and you finish your backlog. Whatever backlog is there, whatever rest you want to take, you can take that half day and half day you can study. Alright. Along with that, in the last 10 days, you can do your final revision. Okay. So by 7th April, if you follow this, you still have 5 days in the end to finish your backlog. Okay. The last subject will finish on 2nd April if you follow this timetable. You still have 5 extra days to finish your backlog. Okay. And in the last 10 days, if you don't have a backlog, you have 15 days. In the last 15 days, do the high yield stuff. What is high yield? All the notes which you have marked, all the PYQs which you have collected in your custom question bank, the ones you're forgetting, the ones you have bookmarked, and your personal notes and charts. Sometimes we make small stickers and we put it in the room that this is the thing, it's very important. I'm forgetting it, I have to remember. Classification of cephalosporins, I'm forgetting. Prusansky's classification, I'm forgetting. So I have to remember it. So those small notes, those charts, those high yield notes which you have highlighted in your notes and the PYQs. This is all you have to do in the last 10 days. No new content. In the last 10 days, you can also watch the revision videos, but very limited. Okay, these are subject-wise videos which you can complete in 4 to 5 hours, but don't waste your whole day in watching, because watching is passive learning. Doing is active learning. So don't waste a lot of time in videos. Majorly do notes, PYQs, and your personal charts and notes in the last 10 days. On 18th April, that is just one day before the exam, I will recommend do not study. Just travel. Wherever is your center, if your center is in the same city where you live in, it's okay. You can just take a break that day and relax. Take out your dress, take out all the jewelry you are wearing, follow all the rules and regulations that are there, get your admit card ready, get your Aadhaar card and your photo ID proof ready. Make every arrangement and just relax. If your exam center is not in the same city, please travel on 17th or 18th. It's a new city which you are traveling to. Settle down. So suppose if I am in Jamnagar and my nearest center is Rajkot, my admit card says your center is Rajkot. So 17th only I will try and move, or 18th latest I will move to Rajkot. I will settle down. I will find a place to eat before the exam and I will settle down nicely. I will see a place where I can sleep nicely and I will settle down. So keep 18th to settle down. No hanky-panky, no rushing here and there, no last-minute travel. Settle down on 18th. 19th, get up in the morning, have some good breakfast. Just superficially go through little bit of points that you have jotted down here and there and take the NEET exam. All right, this is the timetable. This is the recommendation. You can take a screenshot, you can take a picture, whatever you want to do. If you need help, put your comment in the comment box and I will try and help you in the best possible way. All right, those who are already enrolled with us have the Revision Pro in their systems. You are going to be given 3 extra GTs other than the ones we've already given you. After the 4th GT, we will give you 2 revision GTs and the All India mock, which will be open. Remember, like I told you, All India mock will be a ranked exam. If you wish to see your rank, you see it. Otherwise, you may even not see it. Just look at your score. The other exams are not ranked exams, okay? Because we don't want to give you unnecessary anxiety by creating competition again and again, okay? Those who are not enrolled with us, it's a very good opportunity to take the Revision Pro at this point just for 4,000 rupees. This Revision Pro includes all the revision videos where every subject is compiled and consolidated within 5 to 6 hours. Okay, some subject in 4 hours, 5 hours, or 6 hours. Whole subject will be revised very, very nicely if you want to take it. The test and discussion is accessible to all of you, where there is 150, 60 questions test and a detailed explanation of every answer. So, in such a way that the full syllabus is covered in the test and discussion. It also gives you access to all these GTs which are previously done, all the new GTs for NEET, and all the new GTs till May INI-CET 2025. So the package is going to stay with you till 19th of May, which is the date for INI-CET May exam. Alright? Along with this, you get a 10-year PYQs with explanation, so you don't have to go into 10 different books, INI questions from some other book, NEET questions from some other book, no requirement. One app, everything on the eGurukul app, last 10 papers of NEET PG, INI-CET, SR-ship, all kinds of paper, Public Service Commission papers, everything accessible to you with explanation. And you are also allowed to participate in the daily mentorship program, wherein I or some senior faculty is available to all of you 15 minutes every single day, whether it is Holi, Diwali, Saturday or Sunday. Alright, so these are the perks of being a Revision Pro student. Very, very nominal rates available for the next 2 months. You can take the advantage of the Revision Pro and start preparing. Alright, I know most of you have done some good preparation. You just need that last boost. And this strategy, this timetable is going to help you with that last boost. Alright, I am there with you. DBMCI MDS is there with you whenever you are stuck, in whatever way you are stuck. Alright, all the very best for the NEET 2025.